Hello and welcome to AutoToday, and you might be wondering, why am I standing with the Harrier? Well, we've driven it in the past, haven't we? But look closely, this is not the Harrier, this is the Harrier.ev, and that means this big barge of an SUV is as green as it can get. So how is it to drive, what does it offer, and is that quad wheel drive really a good option? Stay tuned to AutoToday, subscribe, share, and do like our videos because it really matters to us. Now back to the Harrier.ev. Now there are two ways of doing an EV. The first one is going all out with an outrageous design which announces that you have bought an EV. The second way is to keep it smooth and simple, just as the ICE counterpart, and this is the format which Tata has taken as far as the EVs are concerned. Now this Harrier looks very close to the ICE version of the same car, but look closely and you will see that the differences are very evident. The grille, this is all blocked out because there is no radiator or stuff here, so it's all covered. It's got that nice looking Tata logo. The light panel on here is very nice and you can see it glow like that. It looks very nice, and that's happening because I have the key in my pocket, which is again a very interesting item. It's a very different design. You can see it's a round key and it's got a nice slot inside to keep it, and this has a proximity sensor. So if I walk away from the car locks itself, and if I come close to the car, it will unlock itself to make it easy for me to get in. Now back to the Harrier.ev. It's got these light panels on the front, nice ground clearance, nice play with colors. It's got a silver skid plate in the front, and this nocturne blue, whatever they call it, is a nice color as well. So overall the front end is very imposing. The cars in front will notice you, and that's one trick which every manufacturer is trying to play. Now if you look at the side of the vehicle, again it resembles the Harrier.ev, but look closely. The wheels, 19-inch, and these are different wheels. They are aero wheels. They look very nice and fill up the wheel wells very well. You get a foot plate out here, which is handy because it's got quite a lot of ground clearance, and this is the quad wheel drive, of course, which is announced by this badge on this pillar out here. Overall the vehicle is big and also very nice when you consider that is a all-wheel drive version. So you will take it off-road, you will have some fun off the road, and that's what matters in this case. At the back, again it is the same philosophy, keeping it as simple as possible and as identical to the Harrier ICE version. You get a nice big boot out here. The connected tail lights look really nice, and the only giveaway here that you are driving a EV is this huge badge out here and the fact that there are no exhausts. But you do get a big skid plate. Of course, the number plate holder is right here, and there are some interesting stickers out here. Now if I show you, it says auto brakes, keep distance. That means this car has level 2 ADAS and it can brake. So this is a nice feature to have. It's a nice sticker to have. Of course there's some insignia out here, and quite obviously it's a Tata Motors car, so you get 5-star safety ratings, which is absolutely advertised on the window. So overall the imposing look of the Harrier.ev really impresses us. For an SUV like this with nearly 500 km range, you are bound to take this out on the highway, and that means you will need luggage space. To access the boot, the Harrier.ev offers multiple options. You can open it from inside, from this key, or there is a very small button out here to access the boot. Now as you can see, it's powered tailgate, and what it reveals is a rather large boot. Now this section out here you see is for the spare tire, and that is because it's sitting on a skateboard platform, and that's why the floor is slightly raised. But overall it's a flat space with lot of space, and you will easily be able to take a weekend's worth of luggage, actually more, in this boot. And to shut it down, it's very simple again. Powered tailgate, you press this button and the boot closes. So a nice handy feature and lot of space inside. The interiors of the Harrier.ev are actually very interesting. That is because it's a nice mix of technology as well as a lot of stuff which is there in the usual Harrier as well. Now let's start with the fact that it's a spacious cabin. The seats are comfortable, they are fully electric and adjustable, they are nice to sit on, and long drives is going to be very comfortable. The other fact which I want to talk about is the visibility. Thanks to the fact that the bonnet is sitting high up, the visibility up front is excellent and I like it. The instrument panel is all digital and gives you a plethora of options to choose from, including having the blind spot mirror display on that unit. So overall, a nice unit to have. Steering wheel, again, it has that piano black treatment on the center console, and although the horn is slightly iffy to use, but you will get used to it. Of course, there are a lot of functionalities out here. You've got your audio controls, your phone controls, Bluetooth, lane assist, all those things are all punched into the steering wheel. So there's a lot of buttons to press. You also get these paddle shifters which are used to use the regen, set the regen to the lowest or the highest functions. So a nice steering wheel to hold as well. But the party piece of this car is the infotainment system. This is the quad LED or something like that they call it. It's a Samsung unit and it is amazing to look at. It is very clear, it is crisp visuals, and there's something called Dolby Atmos here which gives you a lovely visual and an incredible all experience. I mean, the sound quality on this is just sublime. Even the usual stereo which is powered by JBL speakers, inside you will love the Harrier EV in case you are a music fanatic. Center console also has a lot of buttons out here. While it's a soft touch unit, I would have preferred if Tata would have added haptic feedback here. Now, this particular dial here is for the ride modes. So multiple ride modes, and the best thing about it is that you can customize a drive mode. So you can go to the custom setting and select whether you want a light steering setup, you want a boost function, all those things put together. Plus, being the quad wheel drive, you also get functions for ice, sand, forest, this, that, everything. So chances are with this particular vehicle, you will not get stuck. The other thing which we have seen in Land Rovers has come into the Tata Harrier.ev, and that is this. This rear view mirror is a technology in itself because it has a camera feed coming to it from the shark fin antenna which is positioned up on the roof. You can select multiple views, you can have half views, you can have a setup where you will have the front left view and the rear view together. So overall, this car is absolutely loaded to the gills with electronic features and I love it. Now, thanks to the fact that the Harrier.ev is a proper big SUV, getting in and out requires the use of the side steps. But once you are inside, it's a very comfortable place to be. The first thing I want to talk about is the front seat. Like, I'm sitting on the passenger side, and what I can do is I can adjust this seat, what they call the boss mode in most cars. You of course get a window blind out here, which I like personally, and then you have this great big sunroof which adds to the feel of being in this car. It gives a nice bright airy feel once the sun is not there. And if it is the peak of summer, you can also have a sheet inside which covers up the interiors, so the interiors will cool down much faster. Speaking of cooling, the AC vents are on this pillar, so that's a nice place to be. You can adjust it, and the cooling on this car is really good. You also get a armrest out here which has cup holders, and if you want a third passenger to sit here, all you need to do is fold it like that. Overall, lot of space, the seat is comfortable, lumbar support out here is good, and on long drives this car is surely going to be comfortable. So the most important question is, how is this big barge to drive? Well, let's start with the basic functionalities of driving this vehicle every day. It doesn't feel like a car this big, this heavy, because the amount of power you get is incredible. and then you have all those modes to play around with. So on sport mode, the car lurches forward when you step on the accelerator, and that's fantastic for a car this size and this heavy. Again, the other factor which is a very important thing is the steering feel. You know, on big SUVs like this, steering wheel feel is quite heavy. But on this one, you can choose that too. If you want it to become heavy, it will. You can go to the custom modes and change that. And that during long drives is a fantastic thing to have. The ride quality on this is just excellent. It takes on all the bumps, ruts with ease. I mean, you glide over things like that, and that's a very, very strong Tata Motors trait. The other thing I want to talk about is the fact that it's such a big car, but the body roll is well controlled. Even around corners, when you turn it around, yes, it has body roll, but it's not something which will scare you. The only thing which I found a bit different was the brake feel. So when you press the brake pedal, it feels a bit spongy. It doesn't feel hard. So that's something which you need to get used to. Are the brakes bad? No. You just need to get used to that spongy brake feeling. Now comes the question of whether to buy this or the quad-wheel drive version, which is this particular model. Tata Motors is offering the Harrier.ev in two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, and this is the most expensive model. Now, if you are one of the, let me put it this way, the enthusiast who loves to go off-roading, loves to take on the snow and things like that, you should go in for the quad-wheel drive. The only question I have are the tires, because these are not really ready for off-road. So maybe if you are really a hardcore off-roader and want to go to Narkhanda in the winters, you might want to change the tires. But that's something which we will try out when we get the car, and we will promise you, we are promising you that we will put this car off-road. As for now, if you're looking for a Harrier.ev quad-wheel drive, it's a nice car to buy. It is imposing, it's good, and it's good value for money. Stay tuned to AutoToday for more such reviews, and do tell us whether you like the quad-wheel drive or not.